earlier that it was like you were happy to be in the area.
I've got a lot of love for this place. Yeah, I really do.
We were at the London Beer Lab,
Oh, nice. Whereabouts is that?
Just over there, just over the road by it's like 5 minutes away, like just over opposite Brixton station almost. Yeah, it's chilled. Nice brewery, nice like minimal vibes. Which
Good Sunday.
Good vibe to have on a Sunday, definitely. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in. It's been we were kind of just talking off mic. It's been like a long journey, but also feels like no time at all to get to this point. Like we first got Tim and Kisses back in 2017. Absolutely loved it. It kind of fell at that perfect intersection between, you know, for anyone listening who obviously can't see me, like I'm wearing Converse, I'm wearing skinny jeans. I'm an indie kid at heart.
Very clean Converse.
Well, yeah. I mean, winter's coming and they will get roughed up. But it's got that indie sensibility, but it's ambitious, it's cinematic, it's like expansive as well, and you know, it's just this wonderfully unique sound. Take us back to the start of National Service. How did you guys kind of like arrive at that sound? Because it is something unique, and it feels like something you worked on.
I think this is a Fintan question.
Yeah, I mean, we all went to, or me, Matt, and Dan went to school together, and then what happened was kind of we'd been in various bands throughout, kind of like as the years went on. And when we moved into uni in London, me and Ian went to Goldsmiths, and we met there, and kind of we were playing with each other and kind of in various projects and in various guises. But it was kind of after uni we got together as kind of the lineup now. We had someone quit and stuff, and we kind of had a year just in the studio, just playing to nobody but ourselves and just really honing our style and kind of going, this is what we want to do, this is the bands we're kind of into, and just really enjoying it without any pressure of kind of, oh, this is what we have to sound like, this is what we want, and without any pressure of gigs. And then we went, do you know what, we've had this enough now. And then it's kind of like, we started like moving on and writing some things, and started thinking, do you know what, this could go somewhere, it's got legs, we enjoy it. So
I think it was like a case of not recording the first song first. It's like after a while of a few songs that we'd written together, we were like, this is the one that I think, you know, explained us the best.
I think we tend to meditate on it.
Took a bit of digging, definitely.
And that must be a hard thing as well, like when you've got something in the studio, like the pressure is there to get it down quick, and because in that moment you're like, this is the best idea I can possibly have, and to sort of sit and dwell with it for a while and be like, can it be better? That's a hard thing as writers.
I don't know if it's pressure, but it's definitely like we sit on stuff for a while and try things 5 different ways until it's kind of, we're all kind of happy with it.
I think we've always had like, we really hone what we're doing. We're quite like, well, we get into the minutiae quite a lot, and
maybe too
we
much.
enjoy, like maybe sometimes too much, but we really enjoy that about writing. We kind of like pick it apart and piece it back together again slowly. And I think the other thing that was in our heads as well, like from being around and being in various projects before, it's kind of like you want to make a good like first start at it. When other people start hearing your thing, you want to already have quite a well-formed idea of who you are and your identity. And I think that was kind of we tried to do that a little bit. So had stuff in the bag before we started going, we've got 2 songs, let's book a gig. It wasn't like that.
Well, I think definitely with our first single, Little More Time, I think, am I correct in saying that was the one that we really wrote most together? When Matt we had somebody else, a good friend, playing. He was pretty instrumental in a lot of the early iterations of the songs, but then when Matt joined, I felt like it was a really equal collaboration for that first single, which is why we wanted to put that one out, because I think it's a really good manifesto type thing, if you like. But
Incredible. And I didn't know you guys met at Goldsmiths. Like,
guilty as charged.
What is it about that place? Everyone from Pulp to James Blake.
I mean,
incredible list of music
this
alumni.
Might be a lame to fame, but me and Fintan were briefly in a choir with James Blake.
That's not a lame to fame.
But no, I mean, we love that guy's music. He's great. So.
And I think that, like, we were in the music department anyway, so it's kind of like you're around all those people, and it's known. It's like a bit of an arty institution, and it's got a lot of projects
Jesse
there.
She
no, we had
go,
people that played with like that. It's got a really nice scene to it. It's got a really nice like Southeast London vibe, and I think there's a lot of artists there, and like it's a big creative space, and everybody's kind of doing gigs with it with everyone else, and kind of like you'll be in a band there for a bit, and then you'll move over to those. It's a really nice scene to get started in. Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
You guys obviously had good roots there, and then it led to the creation of the first EP, Foreign Love, and then a couple of months ago they released the second EP, Meltwater, which is out there, out in the wild, and I caught up with you guys earlier in the year at a show, and I've seen the videos like on your social media and stuff. I feel like it was a long time in the studio, and kind of more of what we were talking about earlier, kind of tweaking and getting it just right.
Yeah, I mean, we always like to kind of push ourselves. We don't want to rest on any laurels or anything like that. So we're kind of we really wanted to like I say, hone the craft. We're kind of we were pushing, we were writing and rewriting things, and we were doing a lot of pre-production, and we wanted to spend the time on it because we want to be happy with what we do. It's kind of like every time you release something, it's like an iteration of yourself, and I feel like we wanted to be really happy with that.
I do feel like the with that EP, it was a very cohesive snapshot of writing, whereas a lot of the other stuff was sort of some of the ideas were maybe maybe a couple of years old. Whereas with that, it was definitely those 5 songs sort of came one after the other, and didn't hang around too long before we got in to record them. And I think it was the quickest we turned anything out. So that that felt really good to do that.
Long days.
Long days. But we have a buddy called John, who's kind of co-producer, engineer, really good friend, plays in a great band called Kaluna. Shout out Kaluna, Heather, Sammy, Jamie, Ed, all those people, and they're just really good pals, and it's really fun to work with John.
It's almost like you've been friends with someone for so long, and you kind of you're into their music, they're into yours, and it's just like it feels like a bit more like family vibes when you're in the studio. He shares in kind of the vision that we've got as well, and we're all learning. We're in there. I mean, like every time you go in, it's a new experience, and he's really good at getting the best out of us, I think. So it's been really nice.
Amazing. We're going to hear a little bit more from the EP. We're going to hear the title track, Meltwater.
That's my favourite one.
Yeah. And I wanted to ask, Meltwater, it kind of suggests to me like changing between states. Like, what is Meltwater?
I mean, well, I'm sitting here going, oh, do I give you the scientific explanation of meltwater? No. Well, I mean, it's the scientifics, when the snow falls and then it starts melting, and it's like you say, it's the changing of states, and it's kind of like this realization that you're kind of things have changed, and that's kind of how you kind of relate to other people and things have changed over time. And I think, to be honest, the whole EP is kind of, it's all about relationships with kind of, well, all of us, and like how we feel about kind of life, and kind of it's been through various, you get stories you pick up from your friends and things like this, and it pieces together. It's not just like one story of one person, it's kind of like a whole cohesive like just stamp of like, this was your part of life for whilst you were writing, this was the kind of ideas that came out of it. I think so. Meltwater, I think we're all, I don't know, we all find that we have a bit of a crush on that song.
I like it.
Yeah, definitely.
Very proud.
Yeah, well, let's hear it then. My guest this week, National Service. This is the title track from the latest EP. This is Meltwater.
I've seen cars